Already? Hello, how's it going out there? It is hump day. It is wind down Wednesday. Let me know when you're here. Hi, Patrick. We see you. I love that you chat with us ahead of time as we are sitting here prepping. I almost said prepping up, but that sounds like washing up, and that just gives a whole different feel to what we're doing here. So yeah, I couldn't quite figure out how to go live. I'm a little brain dead, I would say, this week, but it's more like this month. I mean, really, this is our first month of really going balls to the wall live, with BOINK, with everything. I've been driving back and forth across Massachusetts, down Connecticut. So it's been really exciting, and I appreciate you all so much, but you have to bear with me. There's like one brain cell firing, and it's just firing off into the abyss. It doesn't have like another one to actually whoop, 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 make any connections with. So, hey, Bubba, how's it going? Sunday was fun till you almost fell over at the end of the day. Yes, Patrick, thank you for joining me over at the Tommy's Tattoo Convention. It was a blast. I got a tattoo on the back of my neck, so that was cool. Hey, Caitlin, I love that you can chat with us now. This is so special. All right, so it's Whiskey Wednesday. So here's our go-to, right? What are you drinking with me tonight? Cocktail, mocktail, water, wine, or whiskey, right? I'm going, because I only have so many brain cells left, I'm just going to go with a little wine. Yes, it's in a whiskey-ish beer glass thing, but it is wine. It's the Fruitscato. What flavor is this? Watermelon. Watermelon. Sprite's good. He's drinking the slushy. Water is good. That is healthy. All right, so. Yes, a cognac glass. A snifter, would it be called?
Actually, I think they're called the new style pint glass.
These are the new style pint glasses. It does say abandoned building brewery, but it's definitely a snifter. Yes, yeah. Thank you. You know, we're on point here. Terminology is everything nowadays, right? All right. So for those of you that are new here, here's what you can expect. A lot of immaturity, a lot of cussing, a lot of education, hopefully a lot of laughs, and a lot of me embarrassing myself. What are you looking? 18 plus. Yes, I was getting there. Chill out. I'm going to put a curtain here. All right. Don't label.
I'm going to put a gag there.
Gonna put a gag? Yeah, thanks. So yes, it is for 18 plus, because we are going to be talking some spicy stuff. All right. I am going to try and educate you without you really knowing it. But you're here, so therefore you're consenting in this particular situation. All right. So what we do is I go over some announcements. I ask you some fun little questions, one PG, one XXX. And I'm going to use terms. I'm going to say things like vulva and penis and partner with a penis and partner with a vulva. All right, there's a reason for this. So we want to make sure that we are covering everything from asexual to kinks you may or may not know exist. All right, so spicy. I'm a little spicy. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to drop the questions first this time, something to keep you entertained while I tell you the announcements. So I ask 2 questions. One is PG and one is XXX. You can answer none. You can answer one. You can answer both. And once we start doing giveaways, we need 100 subscribers to do that. So hit the thing wherever the thing is. All right. Find the button. It's like finding the clitoris. All right. It makes me really happy. So find the like, the subscribe, and all that thing. Give it a little tap, tap, tap. All right. So but when we do start doing giveaways, as many questions as you answered, that gives you entry into our giveaways. And I promise I'm never going to ask anything of you that I won't answer myself. What else makes me happy? Oh, there's lots of things. All right. Things that the whips and chains excite me kind of thing. All right. So PG. All right. Put PG and then your answer. So our PG question for this evening is, what is the most amazing thing about your family or your tribe? If you don't want to, like, maybe your family isn't, the cat's meow. All right, that's fine. Let's talk about your friend tribe, the people that you appreciate around you. What is the most amazing thing about them? And hey, maybe the most amazing thing is you. Maybe you just attract amazing people. I'm cool with that. All right, little self-brag, never hurt anybody. So PG, what is the most amazing thing about your family or your tribe? Oh, they're caring and always there. I love that. I love that. That support, that feeling of unconditional love, that's what it's all about. I'm not sure. I'm in the process of rebuilding mine, but that's huge. That's huge that you're taking the time to do that. I'm actually having a hard time lately identifying the positives. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right. That is difficult. That does put us in a difficult situation, a difficult mental state. Stephanie, we have to catch up. It's been way too long. All right, triple X question. PG, we drink well together. Cheers, Bubba. I am so happy to be part of your family. All right, that is a pretty amazing part. So triple X, you're going to put triple X and then your answer. Triple X, we're not getting too saucy tonight, but there is a reason for this question. Triple X is, how do you like to end sexy time? All right, spicy time. How do you like to end your coital or intimate interactions? I don't know why we're doing this. That's a lot of holes and a lot of don't ask. Angela, if you're out there. No. Experiencing terrible 2s and clumsy 5s. Yes. All right. So here's our announcements. All right. We're at a little over 30 subscribers. We need to hit 100 to get those giveaways back. And I put out the new thing. All right. I put out an ad for everybody to come stuff my question box. All right. I want your questions and I want them now. All right. So there is a link. I'm going to drop it one more time over here for you. All right. And this is the link where, oops, hold up. I can type link. Hey, you do the thing. Put the link tree in. So there's a link here where you can submit anonymous questions. It also gives you the opportunity to request a shout out for yourself or a message for your friend. But there's lots of fun jokes in there. It's just like 3 little things, but stuff my box full of questions, please. And we will pull them. We actually already have some entries. So we're going to pull these at random throughout the night. Okay. And I will be in Salem starting this weekend and for the rest of October, ideally. All right. So if you're in the Salem area, come to the Witch City Mall, hit me up, see the spicy stuff, say hi. Let's meet in person. I can look like a deer in headlights because you see me, I don't see you. So you're going to have to tell me who you are. All right. And last but not least, Naughty November, we're doing Boinky Bingo. We're going to do it November 11th. It is going to have primarily the virtual option. I might do a giveaway or a random poll to invite a few people over. But it's going to be $5 and it's for 5 rounds. You can buy extra tickets, extra bingo cards if you want for $1 a piece. But the more people we get, the bigger the prize. And I want to give away some buzzy stuff. All right. So I will get that coming up soon. Hey, Dory. Hi. Yeah. So you can just go straight to the Google form and that'll take you to the option to stuff my box. I can't get it. I can't get enough. I said Freudian slip. So, all right. Is there an extra for people that show up in person? If you are invited to show up in person, I'm sure I can find something extra for you. That sounded way solicitous. Here we go. So PG, what is the most amazing thing about your family or tribe? I think the most amazing thing about my family or tribe is, so my family encourages me to be unique. And my tribe encourages me to figure out what that means for me. So, Dory, I am calling you out. You have, over the years, helped me find out who I am and what that means to me and where I belong and made me feel so accepted. So, stuff like that. But my family has always been about being unique and, normal can be boring and, they embrace the weird. All right. And I always want to be just the right amount of weird for everybody. Okay. So, what is the most amazing thing about your family, chosen or biological? Oh, thank you for repeating the question. And how do I like to end sexy time or an intimate experience? So triple X. I mean, I love a good high five, not to the face. I mean, sometimes the face. Anyway, yeah, my family is very unique. But no, really, how do I like to end sexy time? All right, so obviously, you got to take care of anyone with a vulva. It needs to make sure they go on high five to the ass. There you go. Normal is a setting on a dryer. Yes, and it doesn't even get the good rumble going. So you got to make sure you crank that shit up. Where was I going with this? Oh, got to make sure you go to the bathroom, those vulva owners. But other than that, I actually really like remaining interconnected with a partner, however that may be, and just like laying there, laying still, letting the body come back to its standard norm, but like staying interconnected in whatever way that entails. All right, as things kind of go down. Vulva owners, yeah, not Volvo owners. I mean, they're probably their own separate category, but yeah, vulva owners and partners with a penis. That's how I'm going with this, all right? So we're going to talk aftercare, all right? We're actually going to talk aftercare and self-care, all right? Which can definitely have a lot of overlap. In other words, she likes cuddles, intimate cuddles. Do not label me a cuddler. That sounds way too cutesy for me. Do I look? I like claw your fucking face off, all right?
Wow.
I mean, I almost got a Volvo. So who knows what aftercare is, or self-care for that matter? What does aftercare or self-care mean to you? All right. Those of my fellow lurkers of the night of the BDSM do know something I fail at. Okay, wait, do you fail at the aftercare or do you fail at the self-care, or both? All right. Self-care, right, does not compute. That's why we're doing this. Somebody asked me the other day, how do I come up with these topics and how do I prepare them in advance? I'll tell you what, they're usually prepared about maybe an hour or two beforehand, and they come from inspiration throughout the week. So if I get questions from clients that I'm working with via like consultations, or I'm inspired by something I see or experience, I take that as a sign from the universe that it's something we need to talk about. So self-care is definitely on my list. I was not kidding when I say I have one brain cell left that's firing. That must be when your partner didn't get you there, so you have to take care of yourself. Sometimes, and that is a very important part of aftercare and self-care, where they overlap. Like somebody's really offended over there. It happens. All right, it's got to happen on both sides of the fence. There's no harm, no foul. But specifically, there is. All right, we talk about like things like wage gap. All right, but there is an orgasm gap for those of us that own a vulva, not a Volvo, a vulva, or both. So yes, there is plenty of times where the vulva owners, the women, the whatever, they're not reaching orgasm. So it can very well include taking care of yourself. I'm really bad at self-care. Aftercare can be the cleanup process. It can be. That is a really, really good point. What am I talking about tonight? I usually get that around 6 p.m. Yeah, pretty much. Ending and process. I love that processing of a scene. All right, so let's talk about aftercare first. Not everyone wants or needs aftercare. Okay, this is going to spark a debate. All right. I feel like this is going to spark a debate. You might have to come over here for it, but I want to know what they think first, especially my BDSM, my kinksters, anybody that is involved in any non-traditional, non-vanilla, if you will, intimacy. What are your thoughts on people that say they don't want or need aftercare, or are not willing to provide aftercare? All right. So aftercare, by definition, I want you to think of sex as a story. All right. My kindergartner is learning about the aspects of a story. There are 3 parts. There's a beginning, there's a middle, there's an end. All right. The beginning of our intimate interaction is going to be that floor play. Ooh, floor play. It's been a while. It's been a while. Yeah, let's put that on the to-do list. All right. But no, foreplay. Foreplay, all right, where we're getting the juices going, where we're telling the body and sending all the signals that, yeah, we want to do the thing. All right. Yes. So then we have the middle. That's our climax. That's all the spicy. That's, getting down and dirty with it. And then the end. That's our aftercare. All right. So it's really super important. For beginning, middle, end, foreplay, climax, aftercare. Huge. All right. Especially in BDSM. Before we talk about its importance, because I want to give you guys a chance to tell me your thoughts. Like, what do you think about people who say they don't want or need it or are not going to provide it? All right. Even if it's a one-off scene or a quickie or a one-night stand or whatever you want to call it, all right? I I'm struggling with this one. I need your help. Give me your information. Okay. So let's talk about what it could include or how to do it. All right. It can include things. I see you over there. Sit your ass down. Oh, he's pacing. He's pacing. We hit a button. All right. It's important in different ways to different people. I'm working at it always. Okay. So it can include anything from like touch or caress, so physical touch of your partner. It includes things like playing a bit or laughing. It includes breathing. What is this? What are you doing? This apparently is my aftercare. And you know what? I'm cool with that. I get a blankie, a squishy penis, and I love hairbrushes. All right. You brush my hair, I will purr for you, baby. No, you can't have it back. Go. Shoo shoo. So it can include just breathing and addressing physical well-being. So this was actually perfect to my next point. It can include, it's a giant peen. I'm just gonna rub its head a little bit. So addressing your partner's physical well-being and your own well-being. All right. So very super important. Again, vulva owners, making sure you're going to the bathroom afterwards. We want to avoid the UTIs. Isn't there normally a squishy penis after anyway? He's got a big brother. They're docking. Okay. If you don't know what docking is, we'll revisit that another day. Okay. So I've not had the pleasure of a scene. I think that some of the trauma I've experienced, I need to definitely process. Yes. Yeah, I love cuddling the peen. What can I say? I feel that they should do aftercare, make a mess, clean a mess. Ooh, okay, that is very, very true. Here's the thing. A big part of aftercare is communication. All right. If I don't say communication on one of these wind down Wednesdays, I'm probably failing at my job. So a big part of it is talking, whether that includes laughter to de-stress, all right? But it's particularly important in every case, all right? Hey, what was that amazing thing you did with your tongue? Hey, your finger ventured a little too close to a no-no hole, so I just want to make sure that next time we roll around like this, you don't do that. It's a way to evaluate what was fun, what was not fun, all right? Especially when you are the adrenaline is gone and you're not in the heat of the moment, all right? Your full faculties and maybe your additional brain cells will wake up there at some point. So it's super important, even on a vanilla experience. Yes, I always ask, was that okay? Absolutely. Was that okay? No evaluating. Okay, so here's the thing. You do not want to rate your partner's experience per se. And you probably don't want to ask them like, hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, how'd I do? All right. That's not a precedent that we really want to set. Okay. But we do need to make sure that if anything came up in the back of your mind during the interaction, that these are things that you address out of the heat of the moment. All right. There's a lot of things that our brains and our bodies will, kind of send mixed signals about in the heat of the moment. So talking about anything that you can, that you both enjoyed is best for the couple. Debriefing, not judging. Yes, a debrief. I loved when you did XYZ, or what you did with your hand there. It made me think about this, this article I read or this thing I saw in a porno that maybe we could try, or stuff like that. Stuff you can use in the future with this partner, okay? And sometimes maybe the talking is just, hey, are you okay? How you holding up? Is there anything I can get you? Or laugh, like a high five to the face. I mean, I don't recommend that without consent, okay? Consent is important. Wait, what? You watch porn? Oh, I mean, hentai counts. Okay, so in BDSM, in BDSM, all right, then this is where water breaks. Yes, get your partner and get yourself some water, okay? Huge. I mean, you go for a massage and they're like, you need to drink water. All right. If you are not hydrating after sex, then I mean, you're not doing your body a favor. Okay. I'm just don't look at me like that. So in BDSM, all right, now we're getting into not just intimate interactions, but we're including things, bondage, submission, masochism, sadism. So all of these are going to create a scene, all right, where these are not normal behaviors that you or a partner are taking part in your everyday lives. Like, you don't walk down the street and, scream, fuck me daddy. Or maybe you do. I mean, in which case, all right. But no, these are situations that may not connect with the brain to body connection all the time. And that is why this aftercare process, whatever that may mean for you, is particularly important. And I am of the opinion, I'm looking over there because this is where things are about to be a debate. I'm of the opinion that it is particularly important for the dominant as well. All right. That dominant who is, smacking that ass, all right, or whatever type of dominating or sadistic tendencies that they're playing out with their partner, they need to come down off that high in order for the relationship to move outside the bedroom into a healthy relationship. We need to make sure. What about too confused stuff? Okay, what goes up must come down. Yes. So there is such thing as what's called drops. So MJ is referring to during a BDSM scene, there is something called subspace, and many are now talking about even dom space. And this is a special state of mind where the adrenaline has affected your brain, it's affected your body, all right, to a point that you are in a completely different space. And that is why pain can feel pleasurable. When your body reaches a heightened state of arousal, any heightened interaction with your nervous system reads as pleasure. And that's why spanking gets kinky. And, we all know that spanking is like the gateway down that rabbit hole, right? Things we didn't like as kids, naps, spankings, now we want it all. So yes, that's why aftercare is super important for both the dom and the submissive to make sure that they are realigning their body and their mind before they walk out the door and face daily life. Whistling while looking off at the corner or the ceiling. Yeah. All right. But it is important in every stage of intimacy, whether you have ventured down that BDSM rabbit hole or not. I love how Dory put it. Debriefing, not judging. All right. We're not looking for like a scale of 1 to 10. We're not looking to hurt anybody's ego. We're looking to foster all the things that we love about our interaction and make sure we be getting more of that. All right. So, what do you think? Are you all right? What do you think? Does everybody need it? Just a yay or nay. Just a yay or nay from you.
No.
Does everybody need aftercare? Should everyone provide aftercare? And if you say no, I mean, we can just agree to disagree. I am totally fine with that. What's your vote?
My vote is no.
Okay. Can you put it in the thing? Why?
Yes.
Okay, you do that because I'm just afraid you're not going to pick up on the microphone. So he's still in the no corner. He's going to explain to us why. All right. So far, we have lots of yeses, and I am always up for a good debate. Part of me thinks he might just be playing devil's advocate, but I can't be sure. So let's talk about self-care. Let me repeat the questions, and I want you to give me, while I repeat the PG and XXX questions, I want you to give me your best self-care tip. Okay. So, I'm reading his response and I'm waiting for the but. The but. All right. So the PG question was, what is the most amazing thing about your family or your tribe of friends? PG, what is the most amazing thing about your family or your tribe? And XXX, how do you like to end sexy time? It should be offered, but some people like to ride the high and maybe get the aftercare a day or so later. Okay, so you're saying that the time for aftercare may not be the same. Okay. All right. I can accept that, especially I mean, there are situations as far as swingers or BDSM or riding the high, like you say. So I think triple X sleep. Okay, but does that involve cuddles or you're just like, nah, just
Squishy bean cuddles.
squishy bean cuddles? I understand people not always wanting what others want. Agreed. Agreed. MJ, not even the cleanup water food smoke style. Ooh. Ooh. I mean, maybe we're hitting on some personal as opposed to the generic, what people may or may not want. Definitely not cuddling a squishy bean. So if you make a mess on her, would you clean it up? Yep. Aftercare salami, if you know, you know. I don't know. Somebody Google Aftercare salami for me. I am
Pink Kink podcast.
Pink Kink podcast. All right, we love Pink Kink podcast. They have lots of great information. All right, so let's talk about self-care. What is your best self-care tip? Might not want to do that. Yeah, depending on where you are, definitely don't use your work computer to look up Aftercare salami. Don't know what you'll get. So self-care, all right, I don't know if you guys got a chance to see the little diagram, but self-care and aftercare are going to cover three main things. They're going to cover mental, physical, and emotional. All right, and in general, the reason that we have Wind Down Wednesday, the reason that I do the consultations, the reason that I wave phallic objects and things that go buzz in the night at you is a matter of overall self-care. All right, because when you are having good sex and you are loving yourself, you walk a little taller. All right, tits up, shoulders back, all the things. Okay, but this is important self-care, because the sexual is going to feed into that as well. PG, my tribe is awesome and we are constantly there for each other. So freaking true. Sleep is mainly my form of self-care. Sleep is so important. Oh, so you're being called out. Would you clean up? Would you clean up the mess? I mean, that's an important question. You can elaborate. Go ahead and on your thing. You can do the thing. He cleans up the mess. He tosses a t-shirt or something.
I help wipe it up.
You do. Yeah. If it's a particularly good episode and I'm just gonna bask here in this, then there's some assistance. The occasional craft session is my self-care unless it's for a specific reason or deadline. I actually just saw a meme about how crafting is self-care. I love that. I love that. For me, self-care for me, what I should probably have something. I don't know what I do for self-care because I love what I do for work, but I know that chocolate or whips? Sorry, I got really distracted by Caitlin's. You could probably all see the processing in my face. I apologize. I don't do self-care. I don't drink enough water. I am at the point where I am just preaching and not heeding my own advice. Or I probably would not be as out of it lately as I am. But here's the thing. When you're taking care of yourself, it does lower the risk of illness. All right. And we are talking major illness. We are talking heart illness. All right. And I'm looking at a couple of you out there who I know need to focus on that point. All right. We're talking about managing stress. We're talking about increasing energy, which is why sleep is so important. If you feel yourself getting tired during the day, all right, there is a chance that this is a matter of overstressing yourself. And I'm not just talking of overexerting yourself physically, I am talking mentally. When you overstress yourself mentally, your brain will be like, okay, let's reboot this shit. All right. It's like when your computer starts going really, really slow and it's like, yep, we need a hard reset on this. We need to dump some data. Because that is what our brain does during sleep. It's getting rid of the data that is not of benefit to us, nothing we're going to need to recall later, all the boring, the waiting in line, all of that. Okay. So if you are feeling tired during the day, chances are that you have overexerted your brain. I will drink the damn water. Why did you give me the water? Jeez Louise, people. Oh my gosh. This is the third person in 2 days who has messaged me to drink some damn water. Haley, if you're out there, thank you. Caitlin, thank you. Dory, thank you. All right. Yes. All right. Brushing my teeth, getting showers. As a mother, I know this may sound really weird, but as a mother, I totally understand the basic hygiene. And the fact that we have looped basic hygiene in as a matter of self-care, especially those in the parenting category, is really, really sad. These are not things that you should feel guilty about. These are not things like, when you're thirsty, you drink water. When you're tired, you should sleep. All right. And we need to be more comfortable with asking for help. All right. I want to put this in perspective in terms of a lot. My generation growing up, my grandparents, my parents, and we all lived in a house. All right. It was a duplex. Everybody was nearby. There is some truth to the idea that it takes a village. All right. Those kids do not keep normal sleeping hours. They do not have the emotional capacity to realize the trauma that they are causing. All right. We love them and they love us, but they are at a completely different stage in their lives. And we just, as a single person, cannot keep up. We need to ask for help. So part of self-care is asking for help when you need it. When you're thirsty, you drink water. When you're tired, you sleep, damn it. All right. But we want to increase self-love, self-acceptance, and in turn, it is going to benefit not only your mental, your physical health, but also those external relationships that you're building. All right. When kids are asleep, you drink the good stuff. Hey, whatever you want. Sometimes a little mom juice during the day. No, I'm just kidding. No judgment. Wow, just looked at my question and I have a concussion, so it came out wrong. Sorry. Oh my gosh, but also, why do you have a concussion? All right, Caitlin, we're catching up soon. Showers, either I don't have enough time because of all the things, or the 2-year-old screams and bangs on the glass. I totally hear you. I am going to show you a quick self-care product. I'll repeat the questions. I'll remind you about our Naughty November event. And for some of you, I'm going to see you tomorrow for our first ever rope class, which is more than sold out at this point. So what I have here are heat packs. All right. These things are phenomenal. So right now, this is super cold. It's just like not super cold. It's room temperature. All right. And it's this soft. It looks like those things you used to get from the aquarium, those little jelly things. Okay. So somebody may have overbooked. There's a little metal disc in here. And once you crack it, oh, you can't see it. This little metal disc, once you crack it, it's turning. See how it's transitioning? This is so cool. It's getting hot in my hands. All right. So this is having a chemical or kinetic reaction, and it is hot now. It is heating up to over 100 degrees. All right. And it's going to stay hot for about an hour. All right. So I didn't have to go over to the microwave and heat up an old sock full of rice. I don't have to worry about my heating pad staying on, getting faulty, burning my skin, nothing like that, okay? So this will stay hot for over an hour. I love to use this on my shoulders, all right? And you can use it for your abdomen, for anybody that gets cramps. You can use it for muscle aches. And what I love about this is it comes in 3 different sizes. So the pack, I'm gonna pick up this heavy ass pack. Ready? Oh, okay, this thing is heavy. So it's this, all right? And what it does is this is the medium size. Work injury. Oh my gosh. You have them for your back. Aren't these amazing? Oh, I'm sorry you couldn't make tomorrow work either. We're going to do another one. We've had so much interest. We're absolutely going to do another rope class. It'll have to be after the holidays. I can't see many people spending their holiday money on, tying up a friend. I mean, you might have the right friend for that, but we'll probably put it off until January. So I have the medium, the large, and it also comes with 4 of these little ones. All right. All of that is in one box for $22. These are reusable. So once this thing is done being hot, and I just want to stuff this down. This feels so good. Okay. So I have a peen, I have a blanket, I have a heat pack. I'm just going to fall asleep with you guys here, but I'm going to sleep with you guys. But once these are cold, they turn like hard. You boil this for about 15 minutes and it'll go back to that liquid state to be cracked and activated whenever you need it. So I put the little ones in my pockets during the winter. I bring these with me wherever I go, especially when I've been doing vendor shows. I get home after a long night work and I cuddle up with one of these. Or you can toss it in the fridge. Yes, yes. So when they are in that liquid state before they've been activated, you can put them in the fridge, not the freezer. You can put them in the fridge and use them as cold packs. All right. So those are ideal for those little ones. Have 2 in the fridge, leave the other 2 out. And then you can do heat and cold therapy on any injuries that you may have that a doctor instructs you to, of which I am not. I am not a doctor. I need that ASAP for my head, neck, and back. Okay, Caitlin, I'm going to message you as soon as we are done here. So make sure before it gets solid, you have it in a shape that you can fit in whatever you're going to boil. If not, it'll be hell to boil. So doctors, no, doctors are important. All right. So if you have one that say it like solidified like so, you can go ahead and give it a little bend. Chances are you can find one point to bend it in. And when you put it in the pot of water, as it starts to boil, all right, it'll get softer and then you can manipulate it a bit more under the water. It's kind of like cooking spaghetti. You're not supposed to break spaghetti. All right. If you crack spaghetti and put it in the pot of water, I'm pretty sure that Kate will come haunt you. Okay. What are you doing? Give it back. Give it back. Oh, so yeah, same idea. Just go ahead and put it in as best you can, and as it starts to get softer, manipulate it under the water better. All right. So this, I would say the big one is a little heavy. The box overall is very heavy, but the medium and the smaller ones are not too heavy. Oh, I think he's weighing it for you. Oh my gosh. The whimper, yeah, he hears that sound a lot. I'm pretty pathetic. It's okay. So that's what I have for you this evening. So keep an eye out. Mark your calendars for November 11th. We're going to do virtual Boinky Bingo. And medium one is 1.35 pounds. Yeah, the big box itself, I don't know. I'll measure that out for you. But that's only like just a little over a pound. So keep an eye out for November 11th, $5 for the Boinky Bingo. We'll do it virtually. We'll do it in the evenings. We'll try and get as many people as we can because the more we have, the bigger the prize will be. I want to give away a big, buzzy item. I want to give away a toy. And if any of you are in Salem, I will be seeing you anytime this weekend through the end of October. But that's what I have for you tonight. So it is very important to take care of yourself. Drink your water. Okay, drink your water for me. But if you don't have a daddy around or a Dom around to tell you to drink your damn water, please do. And take care of yourself. But as always, most importantly, stay you, stay beautiful. I love you all, and I will see you next Wednesday. Mwah. Oh, hit the bells and the things. Yeah. All right. Good night.